Joining me for this special edition of For In the Spotlight is Namibia's Male and Female Artist of the Year, Illest and Blvck. Not only did they win big at Namibia's annual music awards for 2020, they are also the voices behind We Stand.
Sons and daughters, sons and daughters.
They are sitting down with me today to talk about their experience and opinion of the song. It's your voices we hear on the song. KP, you're rapping the main verses, and Rose, you are singing the chorus. Tell us about the song.
It kind of meant a lot to me that I could write my piece of the story, because I'm also a child of the sun. I'm born in Namibia, so I've had to really go through all of the things that the song actually expressed. So I was really honored that I could put down my piece of heart, and just because when you carry so much, music is the best way to just let it out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it meant a lot, you know, and the song really speaks a lot of cries and everybody's voices to it. So it meant a lot to us, I can say, that we could speak for our people.
Yeah. Well, I had my parts written by someone else. But I mean,
right?
I loved it. It was like, you know, when someone else does something and then you're like, that's exactly what I would have done. That was the...
We've heard you preach prosperity, all your words and your promises, but all we see is recession and so many people jobless.
What would you say is your favorite parts of the song?
There's a line in the chorus that says, "Don't waste your coins in the arcade." For me, I felt it as that belief and hope that they would actually give out what they always say. They will.
Don't waste your coins in the
arcade. It's all broken games.
What lyrics stood out for you in this song that you felt is an important message?
That little bit about less isn't more when we're talking about the poor. Because, you know, nobody gets to see how difficult it is on the other side. I mean, even for people that live in town but are actually struggling to pay rent and stuff like that, nobody realizes how tough life actually gets. And then you get the term less is more, but less really isn't more when you have less. So for me, that it meant a lot to be able to add that to the ghost written parts.
Why did you choose to get involved with this song?
I think firstly because, you know, as an artist, you are kind of the megaphone for the people. Yes. So you're meant to say things that people maybe can't say, or things that won't be heard.
Our hospitals are crumbling, our pipes are bleeding rain, and you say all those lost souls aren't worth the second lane.
And so I felt a kind of a responsibility almost. And then having grown up in some of the places that are a bit neglected, it felt extra weight on my shoulders to kind of speak for people who I know exactly how it feels to be them and not be heard. So I think it was just a marriage of timing and having a reason to do something.
As I can relate to what he says, it touched me on a very deeper level, you know, and it felt like the right thing to do. I feel like he says, a lot of people expected that you guys are here now, you can actually say this. Because people are losing their jobs these days if they just say something or post something on Facebook or social media. So like for me, it's an honor.
What change do you hope to see with this song?
Change is difficult at the end of the day. Put our beliefs and behaviors aside. If you really want something to happen, get the right people involved. People that have expertise on this and the passion. So they can actually carry it out in the long run and not be like, it's not happening now. Because it's going to be a process. Only then we'll actually really feel the urgency in it. Yes.
In your opinion, where do you think Namibian leaders should change their strategy to create the change that Namibia needs to see?
I just think there needs to be a lot more bridging. There's a huge divide between the people at the leaders and then the actual people on the ground. Like, I don't think most leaders will be able to tell you what are the conditions of where construction workers are living now. For example, in Walfish Bay, where they're still living in an old settlement that was meant for, migrant laborers. So, and hopefully that song was a form of communication.
Yes, just like
so hopefully the right person be able to hear it. These people at the bottom don't feel like they're being heard by those people, and those people don't feel like they're listening there.
What do you hope to achieve in 2021?
Music and arts, I feel like there's a whole big neglect to it. If you start with the kids, you give them the opportunity to actually be in the moment in it and actually see who they are as a human being. You teach them how to take care of a plant. You teach them responsibility, compassion, love. All of these things fall in line with the arts, and that's where you bring the music to it. Poetry starts happening because you write about the skies and the green. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that I can also bring you just to inspire the kids.
Oh yes,
You know
we
what I'm
love that.
saying? To
Yeah.
make them feel like they don't always have to feel like you can just do this.
All right, I like that idea. KP?
I'm hoping to focus on like campaigns that I was busy with, like the sanitary pads for girls, which is not really the importance is, yes, getting the girls what they need, but also creating that conversation amongst guys that it doesn't become a taboo for you to take care of your little sister or take care of your older sister or your best friend, you know, just making that normal, like how it's normal to get your friend cotton if their nose is bleeding. It should be something similar. So a few youth empowerment things, what I'm trying to do, and then not go broke. So let's focus on that. Yeah.
Which Gondwana lodge would you be going to?
My favorite spot would be the Delight Soccer Pool.
Delight.
I love the ocean better. Ocean creatures we can work with.
So KP, where will you be going? Which Gondwana lodge?
King Nahale would do fine for me. Yeah.
Oh, you would love it there.
I saw the throne.
That was KP Illest and Rose Black with In the Spotlight with Gondwana Collection Namibia. For all our In the Spotlight videos, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
You're not to teach us how to fish, not to fish how to rock.